The Young and the Restless spoilers. Wednesday full, the 15th of July 2026. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's a gorgeous Tuesday, and we have so much Genoa City drama to unpack today. Grab your coffee, tea, or whatever gets you through the day, because we are diving deep into the latest madness. Let's get right into it. I cannot believe they are doing this to Sally Spectra again. I mean, seriously, am I the only one who is just completely exhausted by the constant trauma dumping on this poor woman? I am sitting here typing this, literally shaking with rage after watching the latest developments, because it feels like the writers just have a vendetta against her. We need to talk about this entire Spectra media situation because it is making my blood boil. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up and just look at the facts of what is happening right now. Victor Newman, in all his infinite, arrogant glory, has decided that he wants his precious Newman Media back in the family fold. And of course, because Victor wants it, Victor thinks he can just snap his fingers and destroy everything Sally has built. I'm sorry, but no. This is so incredibly unfair. Let's remember the absolute musical chairs of this company. Phyllis Summers, in one of her chaotic moves, handed it over to Billy Abbott. Then Billy, who is a whole other mess that we will get to later, handed it over to Sally. Now it is rebranded as Spectra Charles Media, and Sally and Audra have been working their butts off to make it something real. And now Victor wants to sabotage it? I am so sick of this man acting like he owns the universe. Sally has been through hell and back this year. First, she loses her beautiful baby Ava with Adam, a trauma that she is still carrying around every single day. Then, she gets pregnant with Billy's baby, only for Billy and Jill to completely gaslight her and question the paternity, leading to that horrific car crash in the blinding rain where she lost her second baby. Sally was completely broken. She was feral with grief. She had nothing left except this company and her unexpected friendship with Audra Charles. And now Victor wants to take that away too? I cannot. So in tomorrow's episode, we are going to see Sally absolutely lose her mind and unleash her fury on Adam Newman and Chelsea Lawson. And honestly, good for her. Let her scream. Let her break things. Because Adam is standing there trying to play the middleman, and it is pathetic. Adam supposedly had a disagreement with his father about this hostile takeover, but come on. We all know Adam. He always says he's going to stand up to Victor, and then he folds like a cheap lawn chair the second Victor threatens him or offers him a shiny new toy. Sally is accusing Adam of being complicit in this sabotage, and I 100% believe she is right to suspect him. Adam claims he still cares about Sally, but if he really cared, he would burn Victor's plans to the ground to protect her. And then there is Chelsea. In the weekly preview, Sally is going off on both of them, but Chelsea actually looks completely confused and shocked. Like she has no idea what Sally is talking about. I know some people are loving this Chatham reunion, but personally, I am so over Chelsea playing the innocent victim. Remember when she slept with Adam in Baltimore while he was with Sally and she was with Billy? Yeah, I haven't forgotten. But in this specific instance, I actually think Chelsea might be in the dark. Victor is the puppet master here. He probably orchestrated the sabotage without telling Chelsea, and now she's just standing in the blast radius of Sally's totally justified rage. Adam is going to try to defuse the situation and appease both sides, but you cannot appease a mother who has lost everything and is now losing her livelihood. Sally is going to scorch the earth, and I am absolutely here for it. Okay, deep breath. Let's pivot, because the other massive thing happening tomorrow is this brutal, and I mean brutal, encounter between Victor Newman and Kyle Abbott. Oh my God, Kyle. What an absolute clown. I'm sorry, but Kyle marching into Victor's office to demand justice or revenge or whatever he thinks he's doing is the funniest and most embarrassing thing I have seen on this show in years. Let's set the stage here. Kyle is out for blood because his parents, Jack and Diane, nearly died at the hands of Patty Williams. And yes, the Patty Williams storyline has been absolute peak soap opera perfection. I mean, Patty paying off Dr. Markham, kidnapping Diane, holding her hostage in a padded cell with barred windows, and then blackmailing Jack for sex? Insane. And then Patty and Markham escalating things by kidnapping Abby and Dominic to torture Ashley? It has been a breathless, terrifying ride. Thankfully, Tracy Abbott, our absolute queen, beat a confession out of Patty, and Jack and Diane survived the ordeal. But they were pushed to the absolute brink of death. So now, Kyle wants revenge. Kyle thinks he is going to be the big bad Abbott protector. But who does he turn to? Billy Abbott. Billy, the man who literally just caused Sally to crash her car and lose her baby because he couldn't stop listening to his mommy Jill. Kyle teaming up with Billy to take down Victor and get revenge is like two toddlers trying to drive a bulldozer. It is a disaster waiting to happen. And Victor? Victor is going to chew Kyle up and spit him out. The spoilers say it is a brutal encounter, and I can already picture it. Victor sitting behind that massive mahogany desk, looking at Kyle like he is a piece of gum stuck to his shoe. Kyle is going to make all these empty threats puffing out his chest, and Victor is just going to smirk. Because to Victor, Kyle is just a kid. A naive, privileged little boy playing dress-up in his daddy's suits. Remember when they tried to make Kyle a ruthless corporate shark a few years ago? Yeah, didn't work then either. Kyle doesn't have the stomach for real warfare, and Victor knows it. I honestly think things are going to end very, very badly for Kyle if he doesn't just cut his losses, hug his parents, and move on. You do not poke the bear, especially when the bear is Victor Newman in his current villain era. Because let's talk about Victor's villain era, which brings me to my final point, Nikki Newman. My heart is literally breaking for Nikki. While all this chaos is happening with Sally, Adam, Kyle, and Jack, Nikki is trapped in her own personal horror movie. She is suffering from these blinding, terrifying headaches, convinced she is dying. And what does her loving husband do? He drugs her. He manipulates her. He tricks her into signing a fake medical power of attorney so he can steal all her Newman Enterprises shares and liquidate her assets. It is sick. It is actually one of the darkest things Victor has ever done, and I have been watching since 2015, so I've seen him do some messed up stuff. In tomorrow's episode, Nikki is going to hear the news that Patty Williams almost killed Jack and Diane. And this is going to absolutely shatter her. Because no matter what happens, no matter how much Diane annoys her, Nikki still loves Jack. They have a history that runs so deep, and the thought of Jack almost dying is going to pierce right through whatever sedative haze Victor has her under. I am predicting right now that this news about Jack is going to be the catalyst that wakes Nikki up. She is going to realize that life is too short, and she is going to start fighting back against this fog she is in. And when she finally figures out what Victor has been doing to her, oh, the explosion is going to be legendary. Victoria is already suspicious. Victoria is already snooping around, noticing that her mother's assets are being drained. Once Victoria and Nikki team up to take Victor down, it is going to be the war of the century. I know some people are loving this ruthless, unhinged version of Victor, but personally, I hate seeing Nikki so vulnerable and violated. She is the matriarch. She deserves respect. And Victor using her fear of death to rob her blind is just unforgivable. I am dreading the moment she finds out, but I am also so ready for her to get her power back. So, to recap my chaotic late-night thoughts, Sally needs to burn Newman Media to the ground and take Adam and Chelsea with it. Kyle needs to sit down and drink his juice before Victor destroys his entire life. And Nikki needs to wake up, realize Jack is alive, and absolutely destroy Victor for what he's doing to her. Am I the only one seeing it this way? I feel like I am losing my mind watching these characters make the worst possible decisions, but I also can't look away. The drama is just too good right now. The stakes are so high, the emotions are bleeding off the screen, and I am entirely too invested in the fictional lives of these Genoa City residents. I need tomorrow's episode to air right now because I cannot handle this suspense. Let me know if you guys are as fired up about this Sally sabotage as I am, because I seriously need to vent with people who get it.